We're back at Aim to Aspire at the Marriott Marquis here in Atlanta, Georgia. This is Survival Radio Network. We have the pleasure of being with Mr. Kelvin Myers. Hey, you know what? I just listened to your presentation, and very seldom do I get inspired anymore. I feel like I hear the same thing and the same thing over and over, and it's canned. But you're really authentic, man. I love your story, and I love how the story drew you in, and at the end, it was a message to it.
Absolutely.
Now, can you recap just a little bit about your story as far as how Kelvin Myers got here? I know that's a long story, right?
It is.
But let's give him a little bit.
Basically, moving from a career of telecommunications and corporate, I stepped out on faith after I feel like God was leading me to something else. I've always known that I was good in the arts,
Right.
but because my mom was already in the arts and I kind of denied that part of myself. And so I just decided one day to go ahead and take a chance. The signs kept coming. So I started at a retail counter at Mac, and I worked my way up, and I moved from one counter to the other counter. That makes me a very versatile artist. And it was all of my jobs, all of my positions were basically from someone that I'd already done something for or just treated them well. And so I'm a big believer in paying it forward.
Yeah. A lot of your success has come from being authentic and just treating people how you want to be treated. And you'd be surprised. And I like what you said in there, you don't burn any bridges, because as you're going up, you never know when it's time to come back down who you're going to meet.
Absolutely.
And there's a lot into that. And, people don't do that. Right? Especially in Atlanta.
And you know what? And here's the thing. And that's where I have to give my parents their just due, because my mom was always the type of person who instilled in me to treat people well, no matter what they look like, sound like, what color they were. You treat people well. And that's really what Christ came to teach us.
Yeah. I can't imagine you in, you said you were in communications?
Telecommunications.
So 9 to 5 communications.
Every day. Now, the one good advantage was I was always able to go to the gym. Now that you own your own business, you work almost 24 hours a day, and sometimes you just don't get to that gym.
You know what? You said something. You work 60 hours for someone else, and you probably work more for yourself, but it's an enjoyable time while you're building yourself, right?
Absolutely. It's rewarding because it's for you. And it's not just about being great right now. It's about wanting to leave a legacy. It's about trying to prepare for your nieces and your nephews and your children, for the future. I mean, we just have to sustain ourselves.
So now you're an instructor, you're a trainer. Is that what you do?
I train.
Okay. And what do you train on?
I train on cosmetics and skincare, wellness. So I train on lots of different things, but those are the main things that I train and I educate on.
Who would be an ideal client for you? Is it individuals, corporations, companies, or all above?
Okay. All of the above. So there's been times where I've done trainings for companies to just show about how to be wellness and how to prepare yourself for interviews. And when you want to move to the next level, I have just regular working women who want to learn how to put on makeup or how to take care of their skin a little bit better. I train other makeup artists who are trying to move to the next level, or hairstylists who want to learn how to do makeup because they want to add that to their services menu. So I get an opportunity to do it all.
I want to touch on one of those things you said. Let's talk to makeup artists out there. You talked about how to get to the next level. Everyone throws that around, but I want you to give, what does that mean for a makeup artist? Because you could think you're great, right?
Right.
So what is it that's going to take you to the next level? Is it about how much money you're making? Is it position? It's who you know, your network? What does that mean?
I think it means all of that.
Okay.
I think it means all of that because you want to make more money, of course, but you want to tread on new ground. You want to learn something new. So you have a new skill set. You definitely want to work with other people. You want to diversify your services. You want to diversify your career. You could be a beauty makeup artist, but you can also do prosthetics.
Wow.
Okay. Yeah. You can also do theatrical, and I do it all. I've had an opportunity to do it all. I've worked in film. I worked a lot in TV. I do beauty makeup. I've worked for The Lion King, and I did theatrical makeup, and it makes me a better educator. It makes me a better makeup artist.
Movies, it's got to be unlimited, right?
Yeah.
Especially in Atlanta, there's a movie every day.
You know what? That is the wonderful thing with Atlanta. We've been very blessed with that. We're bringing that type of industry here in Atlanta. I will say that when I first started, it was none of that. And so now I do a lot of TV. I don't even really get a chance to do as much film as I would like. I do a lot of TV shows, but right now that's just where the season I'm in.
Kelvin, it's been a pleasure. Let everybody know a little bit of how to find you on social media as well as your website if you'd like to give that out.
Absolutely. You can find me at I am Kelvin Myers on Instagram and also on Twitter. That's I am KELVINMYERS. My website is www.kelvinmyers.com. And my email is kelvinmyers@gmail.com.
Aim to inspire, Kelvin Myers. Thanks so very much.
All right. Thank you.